Most people fail their budget on day 11. Not day 1, not the end of the month. Day 11. Researchers who tracked thousands of household spending diaries found the same collapse point again and again. You start strong, you feel in control, and then something invisible kicks in and dismantles everything you built. The question isn't whether it will happen to you, it's why. Here's what almost every financial expert gets wrong. They treat budgeting failure as a discipline problem. You overspent on takeout, so you lack self-control. You blew the clothing budget, so you're irresponsible. This framing is not just unhelpful, it's scientifically backward. The people who struggle most with budgets are often the same people who score highest on conscientiousness and personality tests. They're not lazy. Something else is going on entirely. The real culprit has a name: decision fatigue. Every single financial choice you make in a day, whether to buy the coffee, whether to take the cheaper train, whether to pack a lunch, draws from the same limited pool of mental energy. Psychologists call it ego depletion. By the time evening comes, your brain is running on fumes and the frozen pizza wins over the home-cooked meal every single time. This isn't weakness. This is biology. But decision fatigue is only the surface layer. Underneath it sits something far more powerful and far less discussed. What behavioral economists call present bias. Your brain doesn't experience the future and the present as equally real. A reward today feels roughly 5 times more compelling than the same reward scheduled for next month. This means your budget isn't just competing with temptation. It's competing with a fundamental architectural flaw in how your brain processes time. Here's a vivid way to understand it. Imagine 2 versions of you. The one who sets the budget on Sunday night, calm, caffeinated, thinking about long-term goals, and the one who walks past a clothing sale on Thursday afternoon, tired, slightly hungry, running late. These 2 people share a body, but they have almost nothing else in common. Behavioral researchers actually call them your planner self and your doer self. Your budget was written by one person and is being executed by a completely different one, and the gap between those 2 selves widens dramatically under one specific condition: scarcity. This is where the research gets genuinely disturbing. A landmark study out of Princeton and Harvard found that people under financial stress lose the equivalent of 13 IQ points when their money is on their mind. 13 points. That's the cognitive difference between a good night's sleep and being legally drunk. People aren't making bad financial decisions because they don't understand money. They're making them because worry itself degrades the mental hardware needed to plan. There's another layer that the self-help books almost never mention. The budget itself can be the problem. Most budgets are built on averages. You spend roughly this much on groceries each month, roughly this on transport. But real life doesn't run on averages. It runs on variance. The car breaks down, the dentist finds a cavity. A friend gets married and you need a gift, and a dress, and a flight. A single unexpected expense doesn't just break the month's budget. It breaks your confidence in budgeting altogether. And that psychological damage outlasts the financial one. Economists have a term for this. They call it the planning fallacy. We are consistently, predictably, almost universally optimistic when we plan. We imagine the version of the month where nothing goes wrong. We build a budget for a frictionless life that doesn't exist. And every time reality crashes into that fantasy, the emotional fallout teaches our brains one more time that budgets are something we fail at. It becomes identity. I'm just bad with money. That belief, once formed, is the most expensive thing you'll ever own. So what actually works? The research points toward a completely different philosophy, one that works with your brain's wiring instead of against it. First, instead of cutting categories, create what psychologists call implementation intentions. Not, I'll spend less on eating out, but if it's a weeknight and I'm tired after work, then I'll eat the meal I prepped on Sunday. The more specific and situational the plan, the more likely it survives contact with your exhausted Thursday self. Second, stop trying to build a perfect budget and start building what researchers call a resilient one. That means deliberately including an irregular expenses fund, a separate category for the things that feel unexpected but are actually completely predictable. Cars break, teeth decay. Friends celebrate, budget for the chaos, and the chaos loses its power to derail you. Studies show that people who add just a 10% buffer to their monthly estimates stick to their plans significantly longer than those who plan lean. Third, and perhaps most importantly, shrink the number of financial decisions you make each day. Automate savings before you ever see the money. Set up automatic transfers, automatic bill pay, automatic investment contributions. Every decision you remove from your daily willpower budget is a decision you cannot lose. The goal isn't discipline. The goal is to need less of it. The people who are best with money aren't the ones with the most self-control. They're the ones who engineered their lives so self-control is rarely required. Day 11. That's when the gap between who you plan to be and who you actually are becomes too wide to ignore. But now you know that gap isn't a character flaw. It's the distance between your planner self and your doer self, widened by fatigue, present bias, and a plan that was never built for the real world. The budget didn't fail because of you. It failed because no one told you how your brain actually works. And now that you know, the next 11 days look very different.